Welcome everybody to the July 26th market update. I want to jump right into what I think is the most important data out here in our presentation. These are the closed homes in Bend for the last 3 months. Okay, there was 551 closings, and it sorts it by month. They sold in the first month, second month, third month, fourth month, and then over 5 months. Okay. And it puts them in a bucket so we can get perspective on the market and see what the average sale price versus original list price is. What I find so fascinating about this is look how many percent of homes sold in 30 days. Most homes sold in the first month, and they're getting 99.6% of their original list price. So a lot of people are nailing it right now as sellers and thinking this market's it's great, right? Look at this big green. These are all the people having a great experience as sellers. Now these people are all having different degrees of bad experience as sellers, because if you end up on the second month and you're not pending, that means you did not hit your price right, and you're going to be taking about a 5% discount versus a 0.5% discount, right? And then if you make it to the third month, similar 5.5% discount, and it just goes down from here. 7.5% discount by month 3, and then 11% if you are 5 months or longer on. So this to me is really the rubric, and this is the guide for what's happening. And then just keep this in mind, these are the closings, but not every home that lists close. And so here is the failed listings for that same time period, the same Bend map. 157 canceled, withdrawn, or expired. So 157 is about 28% of all the listings are failing. And so look at this though. At the failed listings, the median price change is 5%. So they list, they cut 5%, and they cancel. That tells you that those people are not motivated sellers, right? But 63% of the actual closings are. Super interesting data. If you want to zoom in closer on this for whatever neighborhood you're looking at, just let us know. MLS data, this is the active listings in Bend. 742 listings. Little over half of the homes have changed their price, and 5.68 is the average change from their original price. So it's a little over half the homes are change price. 56 days on market is the median for the actives. But what's interesting is when we look at the closed homes, right, of June, 18 days on market is the median days. So the ones that are actually closing are going quick. The ones that are not closing but still active are taking a lot longer. We'll dig deeper into this. 3.5 months of inventory is nice to see. Look at this number of sales. 201 is the most we've seen since the history of this chart. This is about a 3-year look back. So this is a huge boom in June. We kind of could feel that on the ground, so it's nice to see the data point. Wow, this is like 10% higher than the busiest months we've seen in the last 3 years, and that just shows you that this pent-up demand is out there. Same with the sellers. Sellers are also trying to get their deal done. Days on market, we're seeing the seasonal trend start to tick back up a little bit. It'll probably start to go up through into the fall and winter months as we go from here. We've now entered those summer market. As you can see, last year, they sort of started to go up into August, September, October. Well, now we'll see how this compares, right? This year might be busier going into fall. Median price kind of came down a little bit. We're still bouncing around in the same range as the last 3 years. So when you're looking at a house and you're wondering, hey, I bought it in 23, I want to sell it in 26, it's about a break even. Sometimes you may have overpaid, and so you lose 5-10%. Sometimes you might have bought it well and you make 5-10%, right? The over under right now for listings is about a break even for the last 4 years, depending on how you bought it. Median price per square foot has that same looking graphic, just bouncing around in a range bound. Zooming out, we're going to look at interest rates for the last 5-year look back. Boy, they've really mellowed out here in the 6s, and people have just come to terms with this 6% interest rates. You know, when we were back here, it was like, oh my gosh, are they going to go to 10? Are they going to go back to 3? Now we're just like, the rate's 6.5. It is what it is. They're sort of expected to not really go any direction at this time. Stability in the mortgage rates. Stocks are back up towards their highs, off their lows. Seeing crude kind of come back off its highs. This was in July 8th, so it's bumped up a little from here. We're still seeing home prices forecast to go up, albeit modestly. Still an upward pricing pressure, and that's due to the lack of inventory. This is the sales forecast for the year. It's looking to be a slightly better year. This includes new construction and existing homes. And so we're going to dig deeper into that on a monthly go here. But as you can see, look at the pending home sales for 26. This is a better year, everybody, than the last 2 years, which means we're slowly starting to unthaw in the marketplace. Here's the total home sales forecast. If you break it down by month, they're saying, hey, look, we're expecting it to be a busier fall season this year. So it'll be interesting to see if that pans out. June was the busiest month in sales in Bend for over 3 years. We feel the market picking up here. What's the second half going to look like? Time will tell. Inventory has improved. We're seeing a good amount of options for people to choose from. You got to be quick at 18 days on market. That's a few weeks, right? So some of them go in the first week, some of them go over the fourth or fifth week. The majority of homes are going in that first month. Market is normalizing underway. It's kind of normalizing across the country. So if you or anybody you know has a situation you want to consult on, myself or any Relo agent would be happy to help.